all our channels are working properly. I'm Rabbi Chernitsky. Okay, we're on Facebook Live. We are on YouTube. We are on LinkedIn, and also my personal Facebook page. Again, I'm Rabbi Chernitsky. I'm the director of Chabad of Newfoundland. Honored to be with you today. It's a wonderful Monday morning, beautiful sunny day here in St. John's. Doesn't happen very often. It's very cold, but sunny is cold we could deal with. Sunny is awesome. Today we're going to be studying some Kabbalah together. Today is the first class of Kabbalah that we have live. And we're going to be going through a book called the Tanya. Tanya is the main book of Chabad Hasidic Philosophy. We spoke a little bit about it yesterday in the Q&A. Hasidic philosophy comes from Hasidism. Hasidism was started by Rabbi Baal Shem Tov in the early 1700s. And his main student was the first Rebbe, the first leader of the Chabad movement. And he started this new path in serving God that's based on meditation, contemplation, thinking about God. There's different kinds of meditation. And that should lead to emotions, love for God and fear of God. The love means desire and excitement to do what he wants us to do. And fear means fear of being disconnected from God by doing the things he doesn't want us to do. In English, sin. So today we're going to be studying the second part of his main book. It's called Shar HaYichud v'Ha'emunah, the Gate of Unity and Faith. Speaks about the fundamentals of faith in God, and this is all based on Kabbalah and Hasidic thought. I don't have many of my books since we are in the process of moving to a new home. Unfortunately, the home isn't ready, so we aren't there yet. So I'm going to be reading from my phone. Okay. If you have any questions during the class, you could write a comment. I'll try to look at it after the class. Again, bear in mind, I am new to the whole live thing. So it might take me a minute to deal with it. Okay, here we go. This is the introduction to the first chapter. 3 short lines. Lehavin me'at nizeir ma shekasu basohar. To understand a little bit of what it says in the Holy Zohar, the main book of Kabbalah. The Shema Yisrael chuluhu yichud elo. It says in the Zohar that, Hear, O Israel, from the book of Deuteronomy, that represents the supernal unity of God. While blessed be the name of his glory, the glory of his kingdom forever and ever. That's the lower level of the divine unity. We're going to be speaking about that in the upcoming 12 chapters. There are 12 chapters in this section, and that's going to be covering. And we'll understand more as we go through. Now let's begin with the actual text of chapter 1. It says in the Torah, it says in the Bible, and you should know this day and take it to heart, that Hashem, God, is the Lord, in the heavens above and in the earth below, there is no other. And we need to understand. And would it enter your mind? Would we ever think that there is a God resting in the waters under the earth? That the verse has to give such a strong warning. Take to heart, there is no God under the water. Now, Ksiv. It says in the book of Psalms written by King David, in chapter 119. 119 is a unique chapter in Psalms because there are 8 verses for each letter of the Hebrew alphabet, each one of 22 letters. And so by the letter Lamed, it says Le'olam Hashem devarcha nitzav b'shamayim, which means forever God, Hashem, your word is standing in the heavens. Pidei Baal Shem Tov zichrono livracha. And the Baal Shem Tov, the leader of the Hasidic movement and the leader of Jewry in his time, early 1700s, he explains that this means that Hashem, your words when you said, let there be a firmament Let it be the earth amongst the waters in the 6 days of creation, quoted in the book of Genesis. The Baal Shem Tov explained that what this verse in Psalms that says that Hashem, your word is always standing in the heaven, means that when Hashem said, let it be a heaven, I know I said earth before, I made a mistake. Let there be a heaven. Those words are standing forever. Those words are always standing within the heavens. And they're enclosed, those words of God, inside all of the heavens forever to give them life. Like it says in the verse, the word of our God will last forever. And his words are alive and last forever. This is a quote from the prayer liturgy. Because, why is this relevant to us? If the letters of that utterance, let there be a heaven, would be removed for a second, God forbid, and return to their source, to God, to Hashem, all the heavens would be like nothing, literally. As if they would have never existed retroactively. Literally would have been the same as before Hashem, God ever said, let there be a heaven. And the same thing applies to all created beings in the upper realms and the lower realms. Even this earth and the inanimate. Which is from anything that's in this world, any created thing, it will be removed from them for a second. The letters from the 10 utterances with which God created the heavens and the earth. God created the earth in the 6 days of creation. It will return literally to nothingness. Just before the 6 days of creation. Right? So if the letters from all the utterances found in Genesis, the book of Genesis, at the beginning, God said, let there be this, let there be that. If those letters would stop being within each element in creation, they would stop existing, and it would be as if it would have never existed to begin with. And that even applies to the inanimate. Let's continue. This is what the Holy Ari, Rabbi Yitzchak Luria of blessed memory, one of the main teachers of Kabbalah. He lived in the 16th century in Tzfat, in Israel. So he said, even in the inanimate, like in the stones, earth, and water, there's a spiritual life within them. The Hainu meaning mechinas islabshus oisis adibur means there's an enclothment of the letters of speech from the 10 utterances that God said in 6 days of creation, giving them life and bringing the inanimate into existence. To be as something from nothing, ex nihilo, from how they were before the 6 days of creation. Okay, we're going to stop here for today. This is a very fundamental point in Hasidic thought and Kabbalistic thought, that for anything to be existing, there has to be a continuous act of creation by God. It's not a one-time shot. Okay, God made the vessel doesn't need him anymore. The way we know, once we make something, we don't have to be continuously involved in that thing. Once you made a table, the table doesn't need you. The table is there, and you're separate, and you could go on your way, and the table stays. That's not the way it works with divine creation. Divine creation is involved. God has to be constantly involved. Otherwise, it would cease to exist, and it would be as if it would have never existed. We'll continue tomorrow with this, or next week, Monday at 12 Newfoundland time. with the second Kabbalah class. We'll speak about how about things that are not mentioned in the 10 utterances. When God said that there be heavens, that there be earth, that there be trees, it doesn't say table anywhere in the 10 utterances. So how does the table receive its life force? So we're going to deal with that tomorrow. Again, I am Rabbi Chernitsky, Rabbi Newfoundland. I'm the director of Chabad of Newfoundland. Delighted to be here with you today. If you have any questions whenever you watch this recording, drop me a comment. I would love to hear from you. If you like this recording, click on like and share with your friends so other people could study and be inspired. Have a wonderful day.